Women's basketball eyes their third win in a row tonight against St. Andrews at the Dome in Bluefield, Virginia. It's Rams versus Knights on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. We're glad to have you with us here on the two Virginias a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Rams trying to get a win before the holiday as they have been looking good in the past two games, too. Double-digit victories, one on the road against Kentucky Christian, and then another at home, 62-43 on Saturday. What a packed Saturday that was against Truett McConnell, where Kiana Campbell scored 17 points en route to being named the AAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week. So now the Rams at 3-7, trying to make it 4-3 in the AAC up against St. Andrews 2-4 and 1-4 in the conference. Campbell in the middle pretty much does it all for Bluefield College. Matched up in the middle with Yantana Melvin, and the St. Andrews Knights going left to right have the ball first. Well, the Rams defense looked pretty solid on Saturday. Truett McConnell could not get anything done from outside of the arc. Three from the corner, nothing but net. Dialing it up from long range, Dominique Cook, the sophomore from Fayetteville, North Carolina, puts the Knights on the board first. Here comes Campbell, the transfer for Bluefield from Robert Morris, Illinois. 17 points, averaged over double figures last week in the two games that Bluefield won. Here's Crockett, the junior. Almost tied the game, but the rebound is snatched out of the air by Melvin. And the ball will be taken up by Davidson. Samantha Ring also on the floor for St. Andrews with contact, drilling another three. So that time, once again, Dominique Cook, 2 for 2. Emily Hart joining Sierra Cook, Crockett, as well as Haley Turman. With Campbell losing the ball, picked away in the paint. Harmony Davidson. Actually, that's Courtney Rowe. Rowe passes into the near side, cross-court lob for Cook. Natalie Graham. And a whistle for a 3-second violation on Yantanya Melvin. Crockett pulls up. Trying to find the first points of the game. 8:20 left to go first quarter. 2 threes sank by Dominique Cook, the only score we have seen so far. Cook again thought about the three instead. A baseline fake. Feeds to Melvin. Drives. Kick out. 9-0. Timeout called by Corey Mullen. Samantha Ring drills a three, and it's 9-0 at the first time out of this ball game with 8:04 left in the first quarter. Welcome back, everyone. 9-0 the score. Bluefield College leading in this, down in this one after 3 threes. Nailed by St. Andrews, a team that comes into this game just 2-4, 1-4 in the conference. Rocket turns around over to Emily Hart. Here's Haley Turman. Rams have not substituted after the timeout, and another turnover. Here's Natalie Graham to inbound the ball for St. Andrews. A couple of threes hit by Dominique Cook, and then another from Samantha Ring. Into the corner. Back around. Here's Ring. Lobs into Melvin, a double team. Someone's open in the wing. Here comes a three. Again. 4 threes for St. Andrews. 7:13 left to go. That was a perfect trap that the Rams found themselves in. Well, Courtney Rowe with a big-time three. 12-0 run to begin the ball game. Emily Hart with 7 minutes left. Gives it over to Campbell. Back iron, no good. Emily Hart with the offensive rebound. Rams can reset. Out of a dangerous pass. 6:50 on the game clock now. 14 shot clock. Here's Cook. Out to Turman. Range is back to get it with 9 on the shot clock. Countdown coming. Here's Crockett in the lane. Finds Campbell at the buzzer. Too short. Rebounded by St. Andrews. Courtney Rowe up the floor. Melvin dribbles the ball out of bounds. It was a good entry lob, but Melvin not corral that ball inside of the lane. Buzzer sounds, and the Rams get a sub. A couple of subs, actually. Tiana Scott as well as Kendall Cloninger. Scott rushing in. Crockett and Turman off. We got the men's game for you right after this at approximately 7:30 to 8 p.m. So don't go away. AAC doubleheader on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Scott with a handoff to Cook. Rams nearly 4 minutes without a basket. Scott trying to change that. Can't do it there. Tipped out. And it's Bluefield ball. Reset of the shot clock at 20. (12-0) the score. 4 threes dialed up by St. Andrews. Rams not to dial up another one. Kendall Cloninger, that's really her specialty. Sierra Cook, air ball. And it's rebounded by Natalie Graham. Courtney Rowe to ring. Boy, they cannot miss. 15-0. .540 left in the first quarter. Nearly stolen. Here's Sierra Cook. Drives in, and she will go to the line. Nearly had the and one there, but on the first free throw trip, Corey Mullins wants to talk with his team. Mullins in his 6th season as the head coach of Bluefield College women's basketball, joined by Tiara Huntsman, brand new assistant and a former player at Gardner Webb down in South Carolina. Rams get on the board. Free throw bounces in from Sierra Cook, junior from Chesapeake, Virginia. Missed the second. Nothing but 3 so far for St. Andrews. They have hit 5 in the first quarter. And they really haven't attempted anything shorter than that. Dominique Cook down to Melvin. That is the second time they have thrown the ball down to Melvin. And it's just not worked out. 2 turnovers on entry lobs. Half of the first quarter over, the Rams have only sunk 1 free throw. Cloninger off the back iron. Loose under the basket will be a tie-up. Sessionero points Bluefield. Brings the shot clock back to 20 with 4:51 left to go. First quarter. Cloninger. I love to swing it out into the corner for her on that baseline inbounds pass. Scott lost the ball, picked away. Samantha Ring takes the ball up, and that nearly was a backcourt violation. Lob down low, and the layup goes. First field goal for St. Andrews. That was outside of the, or inside of the arc. And it goes for Natalie Graham. Another missed shot for Bluefield. Cook lost the ball. Rams pick it away. And Cloninger tripped in the backcourt. Second foul on St. Andrews, so it'll only be a pass inbounds for Bluefield. Morgan Wiley checks in for Bluefield. .406 remaining first quarter. Emily Hart, senior, feeds it out to Cloninger. Campbell, step back three. Good. First field goal of the night for Bluefield comes from the AAC Player of the Week. Brooke Bradford newly in for St. Andrews. Courtney Rowe flicks it over to Samantha Ring. 3:35 left first quarter. Rowe again, out in the corner. Returns Ring. Graham over to Rowe. Rare missed three. Offensive rebound, reset the shot clock. Long two, it's good. Got a little help from the window there, but 19-4. Cook, this is the layup, rebound St. Andrews. And Bluefield looks discombobulated in the first quarter. These quick passes around the arc. St. Andrews' system is working where they drive inside and kick it out. Melvin does exactly that. Graham feeds Melvin. Up for two, no good. Rebounded by Kendall Cloninger. Rams trying to cut into this 15-point lead. Game started out on a 15-0 run. Campbell, what a fake, athletic move, couldn't finish the basket. Out of offensive rebound, looked like someone hit her in the nose. Wiley from 15, misses the two. Ranging for the rebound, volleyballed up, and Emily Hart came away with a board. Bounces to Cook, layup no good, rebounded by Graham. 2 minutes left first quarter, 8 minutes in. Rams have hit one field goal, a three from Kiana Campbell. Cross-court lob, dangerous. Campbell swats it out of bounds. A brand new shot clock. No, they'll keep it at 11. 11-second shot clock. St. Andrews with 1:40 left in the first quarter. Now down to 5. Rowe with space. Misses off the backboard. Rebounded by Crockett. Melvin gets the ball back and forces a tie-up. Gets it back for St. Andrews. Minute 31 to play. Pulls up for two, no good. Substitute in Madison Gatewood, the freshman. Too hard off of the glass with 1:20 left to play. Crockett, no look pass to Wiley. Cook pulls the trigger. Misses the long three, rebounded again by St. Andrews. This time it's Brooke Bradford, stolen by Campbell, can't get the layup. .55 seconds left and another 3-second violation. So St. Andrews has a 15-point lead. They have been booked for 2 3-second violations. .38 seconds. Five threes for St. Andrews. Gatewood backs in on Cloninger, gets the layup to fall. 21-4. Shot clock is off. Slapped out of bounds by Dominique Cook. 9.9 seconds remain in the first quarter. Rams just won another basket here. They've only made one field goal. It was from Campbell on a 3. Crockett misses. 2 seconds left. Rowe turns around, won't attempt a shot, and that is it for the first quarter. 21-4 after our first period. Second quarter underway. Rams down by 17. They only hit one field goal in that first quarter. Trying to break that here. 9:50 left to go in the half. Emily Hart puts it back on the deck, out to Crockett. Hart pulls up, swishes the 3. Oh, the Rams needed that badly. 21-4 was the score. Now 21-7. Up to Rowe. Here's Cook for 3. They were shooting out of their minds in the first quarter. The Rams just have to weather that storm, make sure they don't get high percentage shots from outside of the perimeter because they have the ability to make them. Cook with a hard jab step, and that's a great floater, 21-9. Rams defense swarming at midcourt. Campbell on Rowe. Samantha Ring. Inside to Melvin. Kick out to Rowe. That was just the perfect trap. It has worked so many times already. 24-9. Crockett gallops to the top. Cook in the corner. Kick ball. 8:24 left to go in the half. Sarah Cook, great feed out to Hart. Oh, that was such a good play, but Hart came in and committed a foul on the over the back. Rowe on the outside. Couple of pump fakes, stutter step, and passed it into the bleachers. Bluefield College's defense making it a little bit tougher. Whistle blows, and the shot clock had not started. So started it late, and I think they're going to knock it down to maybe 26. No. I don't know what that was stopped for. Here comes Crockett into the left block. Out to Cook. Great feed. Those shots are eventually going to fall for Bluefield. They're taking the good-looking threes. Emily Hart before, and then Sierra Cook there. 7.5 minutes left to play in the half. Samantha Ring pulls up from the handoff. In trouble on defense as Rowe picks the ball up. That high perimeter defense is tough as Melvin drives inside. And a push off before the shot. Actually on the shot. Well, they will call it before the shot. Morgan Wiley in. Inbounds pass coming up for St. Andrews with 7:14 left to play. Courtney Rowe out to Cook. Seven on the shot clock. Dangerous entry lob went out of bounds. Off of the hands of Turman when she tried to scoop it up. So keeps the shot clock at 5 with 6:58 left to play in the half. Lob up to Melvin on the deck. No good. Rams have done a solid job of keeping the paint pretty locked down. Melvin hasn't been able to get much done. Emily Hart wide open on the baseline. Jumper swirls it in. Timeout called by St. Andrews. Rams down by 13. It's 24-11. Welcome back, everybody. Bluefield College down 24-11. A few more shots falling for the Rams in the first couple of moments of the second quarter. 6.5 minutes to play in the half. Rams were held 21-4 at the end of the first quarter. They have since scored 7 points in the last 3.5 minutes. Samantha Ring on a drive. Missed the layup. And off to Melvin, lost the ball, and it stays with the Knights. Out to Melvin. Foul. Because if not, she definitely walked. But it is a foul. Kendall Cloninger back in the game. Bullets up to the top of the key. Another three. Swirls in and out. Melvin with a rebound. Puts it back up. No good. Well, Melvin having a tough time. Rebounded by Crockett. Rams making it so she has a tough time. It's Morgan Wiley in the right wing. Gets a screen and pulls up. Misses. St. Andrews with the ball back with 5:44 left to go in the half. Dominique Cook on a head fake. Lobs into Melvin, wide open. Back up to a 15-point lead. Remember, this game started off on a 15-0 run. Wiley with a three. This time it goes. The freshman hits the three ball, and the Rams are within 12. Melvin with a couple of stutter steps. 10 on the shot clock, picked away by Campbell. She came out of nowhere and ends the fast break. 10-point game, telegraphing that pass. Another lob to Graham, nearly an and one. The ball rolls out. Tiana Scott runs into the ball game, as does Gatewood for St. Andrews. First free throw, swirls in and out. Another break for the Rams. Bluefield cutting the lead down to 10. Back up to 11 at 27-16. 4:30 left before halftime. Cloninger overheads to Scott. The right idea, moving it around Bluefield College. Looks like they're in their best offensive standpoint when they're having these quick passes and eventually someone gets open. Five on the shot clock. Cloninger inside out to Turman. Nothing but net. Now it's a single-digit ball game. 27-19. 8-point lead. It's the 15-footer, though, on the other end. Natalie Graham, the sophomore from York, South Carolina. Crockett out to Cloninger. Turman again. Misses the next one. Trying to make it 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Samantha Ring pulls up from the left wing. Over the basket, now to play. So now 29-19, Rams with the ball back. Cook. This is the long jumper. Gatewood pulls down the board. 3 minutes left in the half. By the way, Bluefield, the only team that has committed a foul in the second quarter, 7 minutes in. 4 fouls on the Rams, none on St. Andrews. Another 3-second violation. You got to wonder if St. Andrews really is aware that that's a rule. They've done that 3 times. Here a Cook beats Scott at the top of the arc. Got a hand on it. It's pulled out of the air by Melvin. Gatewood was streaking down the floor. 2:25 left to play in the first quarter. It has been all St. Andrews, but the Rams have won this second quarter. Offensive foul. There's the first one. First called foul on St. Andrews, a moving screen on Melvin. Sierra Cook cuts to the right and draws a foul. It's a reach in for Brooke Bradford. Only the second foul on St. Andrews with 2:08 left to play in the half. Cloninger. 2 minutes left to go. Campbell, inside out, telegraphed again. Melvin tips the ball out on the far sideline with 9 seconds left to play in the half. Well, Cloninger bounces in. Rams have a limited shot clock. Now with 4. Turman at the buzzer, can't get the roll. It was stuffed on the back iron with 1:45 left to play in the quarter. Rams have outscored St. Andrews 15-5 in the second quarter. Turnaround. Actually, it was 21-4, so make it 15-10. With that basket there, 31-19. Campbell from the left elbow, rolls out again. This has been not kind to Bluefield College with 1:10 left to play in the quarter. Ring, picked away by Haley Turman. And she beat Bradford, and she's fouled. So Brooke Bradford comes in for the foul. 57.5 seconds remaining. Turman shoots and scores. Puts the Rams back within 11. Buzzer sounds, no substitutes. Turman hits both free throws. "21 points for Bluefield College in this first half so far. They've scored 17 of them in the second quarter. Only 10 for St. Andrews in the second quarter. Meanwhile, a blocking call on Sierra Cook. That is the 5th foul. That'll be 2 shots. Madison Gatewood to the line. It's the roll on the first free throw. 32-21. Gatewood hits both free throws with a little help from the rim. 33-21. 42 seconds and counting left. Sierra Cook flips it on the wide side. Scott for 3. Shot clock still on. Game clock is at 25 seconds. The shot clock about a second behind. Ring thought about the 3 to just step into it. Good defense there by Taylor Dunford. Now down to 8 on the shot clock. Rowe elbows for space. Gets a screen. Has to shoot at the buzzer. Didn't get it off. And the official actually blew the whistle. So you have to wonder if she even got that off. The buzzer has sounded. And the officials want to add about 0.3 to the game clock. I think Corey Mullins wants to argue the fact that maybe she didn't get the shot off in time. Meanwhile, we have not added any time to the clock. Rowe with the first free throw, off the mark. Now they've put 0.3 on. Second shot. It's good. 34-21, no shot for Bluefield, and the Rams only down by 13 considering the disaster of the first quarter. A bit of a win. But we go into half 34-21. St. Andrews leads by 13 on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Still a halftime, Rams down 34-21 to St. Andrews. Bluefield College trying to mop up on their field goal percentage. They were 7 of 32 going up against St. Andrews. That was 52% from the field. Rams at 22%. From beyond the arc, the Rams 4 of 18 and 6 of 11. St. Andrews doing a great job. 5 of those threes in a row in the first quarter. So after that 15-0 run for St. Andrews, the Rams did find a way to try to come back and actually outscored St. Andrews in the second quarter. St. Andrews held to just 13 points in the second quarter while the Rams scored 17. But we have a whole nother half of basketball left. Rams looking for their third win in a row if they can come back down by 13 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Ready to start the third quarter. Bluefield College down by 13, but St. Andrews has the ball to start out here in the third of 4 periods in game 1 of this basketball doubleheader. Rams outscoring St. Andrews 17-13 in the second quarter. Pretty balanced scoring attack for Bluefield College. A couple of players with 5 points, Emily Hart, Haley Turman, and Kiana Campbell. But here comes Melvin. Fouled as she went up to the basket. She'll go to the line for 2. 7 points for Courtney Rowe, 5 for Natalie Graham, and 6 apiece for Samantha Ring and Dominique Cook. Lots of threes in that first quarter. 5 in a row. Start out a 15-0 run to begin the game as Melvin misses the first free throw. Melvin taking a deliberate amount of time to look at the free throw and missed them both. Rams get a break there, trying to cut back into this game. They had it down to an 8-point game in the second quarter. Cook for 3. Buries it from the corner. Back down to a 10-point lead. Defense swarming off of the break. Dominique Cook lets it fly. Too hard. Rebounded by Melvin and sticks it back in off the window. Once again, 12-point lead. Here's Cook. Samantha Ring to take the ball up. Courtney Rowe, the points leader, with 7. It's been a balanced scoring attack for St. Andrews, but the Rams have done a good job of really solidifying the low post. Ring fouled. Second foul on Bluefield. Swing down low. Ring for 3. They're utilizing inside-out basketball, but shots aren't falling. Emily Hart up across midcourt. Crockett. Bounces in the corner. Haley Turman. Lost the ball. Spun loose into the backcourt. Not a backcourt violation. Now down to 4 seconds. Turman at the buzzer. Too short. Rebounded by Cook. So whistle. They let the buzzer sound, so Bluefield College has the ball. I believe the shot clock was set back with an appropriate amount of time. Maybe about a second difference, so now they're just going to start out a brand new possession. 20-second shot clock. Turn to Cloninger. Reach in, foul. Oh, Destiny Cartwright. So Cartwright gets her first foul of the ball game. First foul for St. Andrews in this third quarter. A step back from Campbell. Cloninger from long range. No good. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Back on the deck. Great defense. Sierra Cook with the hands in the face. Dominique Cook. Another rebound for Turman. Nearly walked, and Campbell corrals the pass. 7 minutes, 10 seconds in the third quarter. Campbell, the AAC Player of the Week, picks up the loose dribble. Emily Hart from 15, too hard. Foul by Cloninger. Third foul on Bluefield. Oh, a bit more fouls than what we saw in the opening moments of this game. Remember, folks, we got the men's game for you after this. Bluefield College going up against St. Andrews. Rams 4-6, also winners of their last 2, going up against St. Andrews 2-4 and 2-3 in the AAC. Melvin bounces straight to Emily Hart, stolen away. Yana Campbell passes to Emily Hart, returns Campbell. Campbell, swing out, Sierra Cook. Cook through to rest, missed the layup. Loose under the basket. Well, St. Andrews got a bit lazy there, nearly let the ball roll into Sierra Cook's grasp. And a Melvin, Emily Hart was having none of that entry lob. Rams with numbers, Sierra Cook with the lay-in. 10-point game. Timeout called by St. Andrews. Rams shot out of a cannon on that offensive possession. Still a 10-point game with 6:06 remaining in the third quarter. Back into the ball game. Rams have cut it down to a 10-point game once more. Well, for St. Andrews, they are really trying to force their offense down low, and the Rams have kept them honest with that. The forwards haven't been able to produce that well. Madison Gatewood back into the ball game. Now she's fouled by Emily Hart. Fourth foul on Bluefield. Now the next one sends them to the line no matter what. Crockett into the ball game. Stolen away by Campbell. 1-on-2 to the basket. Layup goes anyway. 8-point game. Athletic steal and a better finish. Courtney Rowe backs out near the logo. 5:35 left in the third quarter. Rams starting to believe. Loose again, another turnover. Outlet up to Sierra Cook. Passed it over to Cloninger. Step back three, got it! They call it a 2 at 36-30. I believe she was back further enough, or far enough. And remember, that new red line is for the men. It has not been established a new three-point line for the women, and I believe she was behind the blue line. Either way, a foul on the other end, down to a 6-point game. Courtney Rowe trying to give her team a little bit more breathing room. Can't do it with that free throw. 5:17 remaining in the third. Misses both free throws. Rebounded by Cloninger. Rams have cut it down to a 2-possession game. Campbell dribbles inside, offensive foul. Good job by Courtney Rowe to draw the charge. Timeout call by Corey Mullins. 36-30, 4:57 left in the third quarter. Rams have rallied. Welcome back, everyone. 36-30 the score. Rams only down by 6. They've trailed by as much as 17 in this game. Went with a full court press out of the timeout with 4:44 remaining in the third quarter, and St. Andrews is ice cold. They started out this game on a 15-0 run, all off of three-pointers. As we're down by 13 at half, Cloninger 4-3, and it is a one-possession game. Full-court press off of the make. Here comes Melvin, top of the key. 4:10 left in the third quarter. Graham with the triple. Too hard. Rams with the rebound, courtesy Sierra Cook. Out of a double team. And fouled in the backcourt. Melvin booked for the foul. Morgan Wiley runs in. Samantha Ring joins her for St. Andrews. Wiley has already hit a three in this ball game as well. Here's Wiley in the right wing. Steps into a game-tying three. No good. Back out Dominique Cook. Rams all fired up on defense. The electricity has been there. Long lob with 12 on the shot clock. Bradford with 9 on the shot clock. Now down at 5. Rowe for 3. No good. Did not hit rim, but it was rebounded by the Rams anyway. Here comes Crockett. Feeds out to Campbell. Into the lane. And one. She'll shoot a free throw to tie the game. What a storm back for Bluefield College. Timeout called by St. Andrews and Yvette Sparks, 36-35. And when we come back, Campbell with a chance to tie up the game with a free throw. Rams back to the floor, and one from Campbell. Now shooting a free throw to try to tie the game. St. Andrews has made one shot in nearly 7 minutes of basketball in the third quarter. It was 34-21 at half. Rams have since scored 14 points. Campbell with her eyes on the 10. Gets the free throw to go. 36-36 Rams. Once down by 17, have tied the game. Rowe into Samantha Ring. Ring lost the ball in the paint. Layup no good. Snatched away by Kendall Cloninger. Rams with a chance of their first lead of the ball game with 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Cloninger for the lead. No good. Long outlet up to Gatewood. Layup is good. Only the second basket made by St. Andrews in the third quarter, but an important one. 2.5 minutes to play in the third. Almost stolen away by Rowe. Campbell got it back. Flicks it over to Crockett. Misses the three. 2:10, third quarter. Rams have never led. That was the first tie of the game at 36-36. And a foul called on Campbell. Sending Melvin to the line. That's the 5th foul of the third. Campbell exits the ball game. Sierra Cook back in. Melvin shoots and misses the free throw. Missed the second, rebounded by Cloninger. 2 minutes left to go. Still in the third quarter, Rams have tied the game. They have not led. Crockett out to Wiley. Puts it on the deck for Turman. 9-second shot clock. Cook for the lead. Back iron miss. St. Andrews trying to add on to just 4 points they have scored in the third quarter. Swing out to Rowe. Gatewood. Dribbles in. Now to the line. Shayla Spell into the game for the first time. Haley Turman gets a break. Gatewood, nothing but net on the first three, or the first three-pointer. Third try, free throw. No good. Made one of two, 39-36. Rams have stalled out in the last couple minutes after tying the game. Here's Shayla Spell, native of Idaho. Wiley steps into a three, and it's tied again. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Over to Melvin. Gets it across the timeline. Dominique Cook lobs down low, intercepted by Crockett. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Cloninger feeds to Spell. Misses the layup for the lead. Melvin muscles away the rebound. Shot clock is still on, 3-second differential. Melvin off the glass and in. Rams have yet to get the lead. Back down by 2. 10 seconds remain in the third quarter. Cook on a cross. Down the lane and blocked. But a foul that brings Cook to the free throw line with 4.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First free throw for Sierra Cook, always a pretty tough free throw shooter. Good. Nothing but net. Tied up. 4.8 seconds remain in the third quarter. Rowe at the buzzer. No good, and we have a tie ball game going into the fourth quarter. Rams score 20 in the third quarter as opposed to just 7 for St. Andrews. We got one more period of women's basketball coming up in the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back. Fourth quarter coming up on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams have rallied it back from down 17 in the first half to tie it up 41-41 in the fourth quarter. They have not led. Nothing but net from beyond the arc. Natalie Graham. Every time the Rams have tied it up, St. Andrews has managed to get the lead right back. Crockett flicks it out to Kendall Cloninger. Wiley, another three. She is heating up from beyond the arc. Ties the game again. Dominique Cook into the front court for St. Andrews. Rowe gets the ball back in the corner. Kendall Cloninger jumps into her. Nearly had a walk. Melvin bricks it in. That was a hard 5-foot shot. Went in for St. Andrews. Cook ties it back up. Back and forth we go here in Bluefield. Long pass over midcourt. Graham, another three. Missed. Looking for the rebound. St. Andrews ball. $8:36 left to go. Still tied. Rams have never led. Samantha Ring misses the three, followed her shot, tipped it over, and it's finished by Natalie Graham. No empty possession so far in this fourth quarter for either team. Crockett for the lead. Went on top of the backboard, did not go over. 48-46. Up onto the far side. Ring with 7:50 to play. Bradford for three. Got it. Well, Bluefield cannot let St. Andrews get hot from beyond the arc. That's what they did in the first quarter, and they have since then been trying to come back. They have yet to lead. Just a two-possession game. Cloninger, her three. It's in. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Rams have cut it back down to a two-point game. 51-49. St. Andrews ball with 7:21 left to go in this one. Out of the timeout, Bluefield down by two. St. Andrews moving the ball up. Bradford with a cross-court lob. New player in, and Sierra Hampton for St. Andrews with help down in the low post. Rowe with a step back. Nearly stolen, loose ball on the floor. Bradford has to shoot it, and she walked. Shot clock was down to 4. The time was running out, and she walked anyway to give Bluefield the ball back with a chance to tie it up or take the lead. They have not led in the game. They've been down by as much as 17. In the third quarter, they were down at one point, 36-24, but managed to tie it up 41-41 going into the fourth quarter. St. Andrews, though, a lot hotter in this fourth than they were in the third. Crockett, swing out. Turman kept it on the floor. Wants a screen. Crockett on a pump fake. Down the baseline. Ties the game back up. Full court press for Bluefield off of this make. St. Andrews has done a solid job to get it across midcourt, and then it's poked loose. Chance for Bluefield to take their first lead of the ball game with 6:10 left to play. Here comes Campbell for the lead. Missed the layup. Oh, it was so close. Dominique Cook overheads to Melvin. Ten on the shot clock. Cook, Euro step in the lane, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Turman, and a foul called on St. Andrews. First foul of the quarter, it goes on Rowe. Samantha Ring walks in for St. Andrews. (51-51). Lob into Turman. Campbell with 11 on the shot clock. Gives to Emily Hart. Returns Campbell down the lane for the lead. No good again. Turman with a foul. Another foul on Haley Turman. First foul on Bluefield of the fourth quarter. Kendall Cloninger in. Crockett off. That's two layups missed by Campbell. St. Andrews bringing new bodies in late in the game. Harmony Davidson is in. Long overhead pass to Bradford. 8 on the shot clock and a tie game. Bradford with 4, needs to shoot it. It won't get a shot off, it's still loose, but then a turnover. Now we have a whistle. They want a shot clock violation because Sierra Cook nearly had it, but did not have it. And instead of it being a turnover for Bluefield, it's a shot clock violation. 4:35 left to play. Rams have yet to lead in the game. Started out down 15-0. For the lead. Too low. Emily Hart wrestles to the floor. Jump ball. Bluefield possession with 4:19 left to go. Shot clock goes to 20. So Kiana Campbell on the inbounds pass with a 20-second shot clock for Bluefield. Campbell drives inside and one. Bluefield leads for the first time in this game. The AAC Player of the Week not skipping a beat. Bluefield up by 2. 53-51, 4:14 left to go. First lead for Bluefield College. Now it's a three-point game. 54-51. Harmony Davidson. Pass nearly telegraphed by Crockett, slapped it into the bench. Oh, Vet Sparks has been forced to go into the bench because players are in foul trouble at this point. 4 minutes left to go. Davidson bounces inside. And a walk onto the basket by Sierra Hampton. Rams with a chance to add on to the lead with 3:57 left to go. High handoff, Cook. Bluefield College has settled into their offensive game plan. Cook for three, swirls it home. Big time three from the Chesapeake native. 57-51. Overhead pass goes awry. Bluefield College ball. Courtney Rowe comes in. And another new player, Brittany McDonald. Those with a full court press on Campbell. Crockett in the lane. Missed the layup. Crockett picked it back up for Bluefield. Shot clock down to 8. Cook for another three. Front rim miss. 3 minutes left to go. 6-point game. McDonald. Gives Samantha Ring. Nearly walked. Freeman has it in the corner. Bluefield College's defense nearly forcing another turnover. And instead, it is a foul. Goes on Sierra Cook. Second foul on Bluefield with 2:43 left to go. Step back for Ring. Nothing but net. St. Andrews not ready to give up yet. 57-54. 2.5 minutes to go. Dangerous lob stolen by Rowe. Here comes McDonald. Step back, layup, and a 1-point game. Rams cannot get sloppy with these passes. 2:10 left. One-point lead, slapped. Cloninger ranges back to get it, nearly walked. Another whistle and a foul. Just the third foul on St. Andrews, so Rocket will not go to the line. Rams with a fresh 20 seconds with 1:57 left to go. St. Andrews trying to go back to Laurinburg, North Carolina with a win. The Rams have rallied back. They have the lead. Down by 17 in the first half. Cloninger for three, dials it up, and swirls it through the net, 60-56. Defensive pressure for Bluefield. Melvin's all alone on the deck, and good. 2-point game, 1.5 left to go. Loose Campbell. Out to Sierra Cook. Rams want to milk this down possibly. Cook fouled. Is it a shooting foul? The question, no. And yes, it is. So Sierra Cook goes to the line for a crucial 2 free throws with 1:11 left to go in the ball game. Missed the first one. Rams have no rebounders. Want to get all back on defense. Missed them both. Haley dribbled the ball out of bounds. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. Down by 2. Ring in the wing. Feeds to McDonald. Missed the game-tying jumper. Rebounded by Emily Hart. Crockett to move the ball up the floor. All alone at midcourt, tip loose. 60-58, Rowe with a game-saving tip potentially. Ring for the lead, no good, rebound Cook. They have not tried to foul yet, and there it is. That's the 5th foul on St. Andrews. Campbell to the line to try to ice the game with 26.6 seconds left. For St. Andrews, this has to be a heartbreaker. Ring trying to go for the lead there. Missed the three-pointer, which got them so far ahead into this game. They were up 17-2. Rattles it in, 61-58. Now this is the all-important free throw to make it a 2-possession ball game. She misses. Timeout called by St. Andrews with 25.8 seconds left to go. Knights advance the ball up across midcourt and look for a way to tie the game when we come back. .8 remaining. St. Andrews advanced the ball up to their own bench. Need to pass the ball in, they do to Ring. Down by 3. Rams have had a comeback performance today. Can they finish it? Not looking for the 3 initially. Now back outside to Ring. Steps into a game-tying jumper, back iron, no good. Rebound by Cook. Calls a timeout to move the ball up the floor with 10.6 seconds remain. Bluefield College advances the ball up right in front of their own bench. St. Andrews will be forced to go for a steal here. Meanwhile, the clock has gone to 1:01. There's about 10.6 seconds on the clock remaining. Now 10.1. Ready to inbound. Here's the Sierra Cook. And a foul called with 7.9 seconds left to go. One free throw essentially clinches this ball game. And she does it. 62-58. Rams leading by 4. Hits them both. 63-58. St. Andrews calls another timeout with 7.9 seconds remaining. .9 seconds remain. St. Andrews taking a call timeout to advance this ball up. Missing the 3, no good. Melvin on the stick back with 2.4 seconds left to go. Corey Mullins calling for a full timeout. It is now 63-60. .4 seconds left to go in this game. Well, he started the play before the clock was initially ready. 63-60. St. Andrews needs a steal and a three-pointer. Campbell to hold, and that is the ball game. Bluefield College with a comeback victory. After the first quarter, it was 21-4, but the Rams have since rallied back and come away with a 3-point victory to get their 3rd win in a row. Rams have 4-7, 4-3 in the AAC. St. Andrews now 2-5 and 1-5 in the conference. Stick around. In half an hour we'll have the men's game, but for the women's game, Bluefield College triumphant at the Dome, 63-60.